And the Germans in the 20s were really the cutting edge. Directors like Pabst and Murnau really took a lot of the formal elements that came out of German expressionist sculpture and painting and graphics and grafted them into film, as a lot of the European filmmakers, directors like Murnau, came to the United States. The production of Sunrise was a real watershed for American filmmaking. And that film was startling in every aspect, in its design aspect, and it's certainly in its use of expressionistic lighting techniques. Character was revealed in Sunrise through a lot of very complicated lighting changes and dramatic lighting sources that were very, very new and fresh in American films. Film noir really had its high watermark right after the war. The visual style of film noir, I think, has fingerprints going back very early in German expressionist cinema. They had a sparseness, a visual and stylistic sparseness. You know, what's the bare bones story? What are the bare bones facts of the characters? And what is the basic visual information we need to tell the story? And so film noir developed an increasingly dense and rarefied visual vocabulary that had to do with very strong single source lighting, slashes of light, dark shadows, low angles, extremely strong graphic elements that had kind of a primal simplicity to them.
We weren't expecting you, Mildred, obviously.
John Alton is really one of the preeminent film noir cinematographers.
With Alton and the people in film noir is they were not afraid of the dark. And in fact, they were willing to sketch things just very, very, very slightly to see how you could use dark, not as negative space, but as the most important element in the scene. We all have been influenced by that in terms of what's important are the lights that you don't turn on.
Go!
Alton did one picture particularly that I feel was very influential called The Big Combo, which is a very simple, inelegant film that is somewhat brutal in a way, but which incorporates these very sparse lighting elements and graphic elements so that it is very much black and white. There's very little gray in that movie. You can take almost any sequence, and certainly the final sequence in the Big Combo, which has a single light source, a searchlight going around this dock side, and ends with a gunfight taking place against that, and the final shot is a silhouette, you know, walking out into sort of a gray dawn. I mean, very stark imagery.